as I was saying, first off, welcome and congrats for our learners. This has been the most toughest weeks of their education, not only with our program, but with their finals as well. So we want to congratulate everyone who finished, because not everyone did. So that's good milestone to be proud of. So that's why we are celebrating them today. So today's agenda would be program introduction. It's going to be discussing what the programming is. Just a minute. I think the audio is not hearable. So we're going to be introducing the program briefly. We're not going to be taking too much time. Moving on, the bulk of today's session would be learner presentation, where they will be sharing all of their experiences, specifically learning or the goals that they have been able to accomplish. And finally, we're going to be moving to the certification things, recommendation letters. And finally, we're going to be announcing when our next session. So stay tuned for all of that information. And before all of that, we want to give special gratitude to ECP for hosting us today, because this is such a special event and they have hosted this session as well as other sessions with our mentors. So you can all check out what they bring to the table, what services they do with the link below. So ethiocollegepress.com. Program introductions. So Ethioware is an educational CSO. Specifically, we have multiple educational programs, one of which are pre-trainings. So the basic purpose of pre-trainings is to show you what the real-world career looks like. So you may want to hear about what the session looks like, how it is conducted, and also what type of careers are actually like, not only with theory, but also with practical intentions as well. So basically, we have two sessions, which are medicine basics and engineering basics. And our learners are going to be describing all of the details. So I'm just going to be briefing it here. So in engineering basics, we have various engineers from multiple companies abroad and here in Ethiopia as well, where they come and share their experience and tell you the reality of being an engineer. So product engineering, mechanical, aeronautical engineering, all of these engineers would be sharing their experience. So you're not going to be only having the context of one field, but all of these fields as well. And to supplement your anecdotal learnings, we're going to be giving you AP Calculus and AP Physics, just to show how prepared are you to take on these fields in the undergraduate level. And Medicine Basics is going to be also structured similarly, but the content is different. So we have all of these medical fields. So they will share you all of the good things, bad things, and also how to avoid making the same mistakes. So the intention of this sessions again is to empower you to have intentional career choices. Since dedicating 4 years, 5 years, even 7 years of your future is really crucial, you have to have enough information about all of the positives, the upsides, and the downsides as well. And here also, you're going to be also taking AP Bio and AP Chem sessions. So with that being said, our first presenter is going to be Maria. So Maria, can you confirm?
Yeah, but I'm running a bit late, so can I be second instead? I'm sorry.
Okay, so our second presenter is going to be Kausar. I hope you are here. Okay, I think he's running late as well, so let's just proceed with our next presenter, who's going to be Maaba Mariam.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Maaba Mariam Daniel, and I have had the amazing opportunity to be part of the Medicine Basics pre-made cohort. So tonight I will be walking you through my learning journey, what I explored, and what inspired me, and how it deepened my passion for medicine. So in my presentation, so in this program, in pre-med program, we were able to see or explore different fields of medicine and gain some insights on the fields which are internal medicine, nursing, nutrition, biochemistry and biophysics, and medical doctor. And additionally, we were able to take AP courses which are AP chemistry and AP biology. So moving on to the AP courses we took, the first one was the internet safety part. We mainly took the online data security course, and the second was AP chemistry. And in AP chemistry, different portions were included, which are atomic structures, compound structures, intermolecular forces, thermodynamics, chemical reactions, and kinetics. And in the AP biology session, we had chemistry of life, cell structure and function, cellular energy, heredity, cell communication, and cell cycle. So we have got some basic introduction to these parts. So in addition to that, we have had expert sessions in 5 fields, of medicine. The first one was a medical doctor session, which was with Dr. Loza. And in this session, I was able to learn that we need the strength and modification for medicine. And the second session was with Sister McLeod, which was nursing, and it gave me a great understanding on the nursing. And the third session was in internal medicine, which was with Dr. Mehret. Dr. Mehret Dr. Mehret has emphasized that we have to have great time management, and we have to prioritize things that come first in our life. And the other expert sessions were with Dr. Mira, which was in biophysics and chemistry. So, and the last or but not least was nutrition with Dr. Saleh, and she told us that we should have a flexible future and have a plan B for every field. So that's all about I have for the expert session. So when I moved to the gains I had from the program, I've mainly learned how to manage time, and I have the chance to know or to explore new way of learnings and different insights on different fields of medicine. In addition to that, I have faced some challenge while taking the course. Some were school loads and a slight challenge on the courses given. So these were the challenges I faced, and I have tried to overcome those challenges. So before the program, or before this session or program I had in pre-med course, I believe that medicine was primarily focused on diagnosing disease only and prescribing treatments based on textbook knowledge. And plus, I was the first person in the family to choose medicine as a career. So I mainly didn't have more insight on the field. So I assumed that understanding complex subjects like nutrition, biophysics, and others was the secondary thing to clinical practice and wasn't that mandatory. So, I thought that they are not overlapped, but after participating in the program, I was able to understand the understanding had expanded significantly, and I now appreciate that a holistic approach to medicine involves integrating knowledge from nutrition and other fields, and I was able to recognize the interconnectedness of the disciplines in medicine. And most importantly, I was able to update my understanding on the nursing field, because I didn't have that much understanding in that field particularly, and I was able to update it. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you all for your time.
And thank you for sharing your experience. So these were very insightful, and now with a little understanding of what the medicine basics has to offer, we now will move to a student from the engineering basics side. Kausar, whenever you're ready, you can unmute yourself for general experience.
Hello everyone, my name is Kausar, and I was one of the trainees at the engineering basics pre-training on this cohort. So I'm gonna try and give you approximately a 4 minutes presentation on this cohort. So we will have an introduction and our journey on the Khan Academy, and some interviews that we have had, and some challenges that I've faced, and the lessons that I've gained, and finally an outro. So for the introduction, let me say some things about me. So my name is Kausar Umar, and I will be attending grade 12 next year, and I aspire to be a mechanical engineer in the future. So the funny thing is, everyone in my family is pretty much involved in the medicine field. So for many interactions that I have in my surroundings are with medicine field experts. So I did not have much exposure to the engineering field until I was in the 7th grade. So starting from that point, I began to develop an interest in how machines work and how to bring new ideas into life through utilizing engineering skills. So I enrolled in this pre-training to develop these skills. So when we look at the engineering basics training, Ethioware provides two trainings, which are engineering and medicine. And the engineering as well as the medicine are conducted through two ways. The first one is through Khan Academy, and the second one is through different interviews with different professionals. So when we come to the Khan Academy, we are assigned courses and we are supposed to take them. And we had many courses in this cohort, but to see some highlights, we can list some of them. The first one was the online data security and internet safety. So in the digital age that we are in right now, many of our identities and information are pretty much available online, and many risks are lingering around us every time. So we need to find a way and also discover how to protect ourselves from this risk. So the purpose of this course was precisely that, and we saw how to keep our accounts safe, how to save browsing on the internet, and how to keep our devices secure, and some online scams and data encryption techniques to protect us from these scams, and secure internet protocols. Basically, the difference between hypertext transfer protocol and hypertext transfer protocol secure. And another course was about limits and continuity. So these concepts are basically important to understand higher level maths topics. So we saw how to get limit values from graphs and tables, and some algebraic properties of limits, and how we can find those limits, and continuity and discontinuity concepts as well. So another topic was kinematics. Kinematics was one of the fundamentals, and it is one of the fundamental topics in physics. It studies basically about motion. So in this course, we saw scalars and vectors in one dimension, and visual models and mathematical models of motion, and vectors in two dimension. Another thing that we had was interviews. There were many interviews, but I decided to list only 4 of them. The first, Moses David, and he insert engineering company in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and we learned many insights from him, from his journey, from where he was in his high school career, and how he progressed into. And she graduated from international school of Labawi, and she is an aeronautical engineering student at Ethiopian Aviation University, and she advised us to have drawing skills because for engineering fields as well the others. The other interview we had was with Daniel Macreo, and he graduated from Yale University, and he had the opportunity to intern at Microsoft. We saw his struggles at the first year in Yale University because there was a COVID pandemic, and he also told us some insights on his experience interning at Microsoft. Another one was Mr. Aschalo, and was former medical student, and then he moved to the US and he studied engineering, and he currently works as a software engineer at Apple. And he told us all about the environment and the things he had to learn and the cultural shock and everything. So there are some challenges that I faced, and the experiences that I gained from this cohort. Some of the challenges, like one of the most notable one is time management. Like it was mostly because this cohort was running at the same.
Okay, I think he's facing some technical issues. So as she said, and most of the timeline were misaligned with the exam schedules. So that really was a challenge that they didn't expect to have, but really made them grow considerably. As you can see, time management, especially during the school times, is really tough, but strengthening all of these foundational courses in Khan Academy courses, bridging the gap between theory and practice. Okay, I think it's corrected now. You can continue.
Yeah, okay, sorry. So I had the opportunity to strengthen my foundations through Khan Academy, which basically reinforced my understanding of core physics, maths, and computer science concepts. And another one was we had some insightful interviews with experts. So these were real-time stories of those walking the paths that I'm planning to work on. So I gained the first-hand insights and a second-hand experience from these sessions. So this cohort in generally helped me to bridge the gap between theories and also the applications they had in the real world. So for the outro, let me leave you with two quotes by Elon Musk and James. So Elon Musk said, "Engineering is the closest thing to magic that exists in the world," and I believe this is true. And James said, "The engineer has been and is a maker of history." And I challenge all of the attendees to dare to begin and aspire for greater heights in the future. And thank you so much.
That's great to hear, and what a way to finish your presentation. And yeah, for the other learners, try to keep within your allocated time. This is just to be respectful of the attendees' time as well. So Maria, if you are ready, we can move on with your presentation.
Yes, I'm fully ready now. Can you hear me?
We can hear you well.
Yes.
Just a sec to share your slide, and you can move on. Since you made the slides, you already know the content.
So, good evening, everyone. So, I would like to start first. I'm very sorry for being late. I'll try to make it up with my presentation, I guess. And today I'm going to be sharing my journey in medicine basics, and the contents that I'm going to be covering is, so here are some of the things that I'll be presenting, which is first thing first, introduction about myself, how I found this program, my journey within the 3 weeks, and important lessons or insights learned from the lesson, and finally my goal after this program. So when we start talking about the introduction, my name is Maria Abdul Shukur, and I'm in 11th grade Labawi International Academy student, and I aspire to be a general surgeon, which is in charge of issues related to abdomen, digestive tract, endocrine system, and blood vessels. And what inspired me to become a doctor is, firstly, the main reason are that a lot of people that I know have lost their lives because of minor illness that could have been cured with simple prescriptions, and I want to change that. And secondly, I have a deep passion for medicine, and I see myself as a better person working to save lives in the near future. And the next one is how I found this program. Well, I heard about it from friends at school which shared the same medicine interest as me, and from previous participants that were here in my place right now today. And my journey in this program was mainly focused around assessments, tasks, quiz, and the most important for me was the expert session with the doctors. And if you guys all noticed, they were all women doctors, and this truly had positive effect on me, on my perspective. And so the other one is evidence of my participation. So this was when Dr. Salim was sharing her learning path in medicine and telling us how medicine is tough and interesting at the same time, and communicate with where quizzes, deadlines for quizzes, and a lot of assessments were given by. And lastly, there's the Khan Academy website, which was also very helpful, which contained a perfect amount of information, which also helped with my current grade of bio and chem class. And important insights are, I mainly chose 3 important insights, which was the first one, Dr. Salim, that reminded me of that life doesn't go as always go as planned, which she said was always have a backup plan, a backup for your main goal, which is plan B, because you don't know where your future takes you. So this taught me that having plan B isn't just a weakness, but being prepared for whatever comes next. And yeah, as it says, it's a wisdom. And the second insight was by Dr. Mehret. She said was, no matter how much a person says they're busy, they have to make time for the people that got them here, which is family. And this, I believe, it's very true, because success means nothing without the people who supported you, because they've been there since day one. They deserve your attention no matter how much life gets busy. And the last one and the third insight is Dr. Loza. She shared an honest opinion about medicine, which was medicine might take your life due to stress and mental breakdown, but always remember that your motivation is what keeps you going, and always be confident to try different experiments and during practical or clinical sessions. Well, this was actually a bold advice, because I truly expect, in my opinion, no one would be really, confident to try new things when they're new to something. So this was very brief advice for me. And finally, my goals after this program, which I classified it into short-term and long-term goal. So the short-term goal is, as you can see, planning to join similar programs and volunteer activities in the field related to medicine, and also appreciating this program because it has really helped a lot to me. The other one is mentally being prepared and practically equipped for university and my future career, because as the doctor said before, it needs a lot of pride and passion and motivation for it. And the long-term goal is I aim to open a health institution where people from all economic backgrounds can receive treatment. So as we can see, especially in Ethiopia, we have this culture that we can clearly differentiate that who can afford the money and who cannot. So I want to open something that's good for everyone, and that could be affordable to both and can keep the comfort in their income class. And lastly, it's about saving lives, doctors, their main goal. And thank you very much for your time. And yeah, that's all about it.
Well, yeah, I really liked the part where you took 3 lessons, although there were many lessons. Those 3 really, the way you described them, showed us how it were really impactful. And since it prepared you well mentally and career-wise, all the best for you in your future careers as well. So now we're gonna be having an engineering basics presentation by Lenjo. So Lenjo, if you are here, just a quick confirmation, and I'm gonna be sharing your slide. If it is not convenient, I can skip to the next participant. Okay, let's just proceed to our next engineering basics presenter. So Binyam, I saw your enthusiasm to share. So you're almost telling the Kausar to prepare or to leave you room for presenting your slides. So I'm going to be sharing your slide soon. So just a quick confirmation on your availability. Okay, this is slide. So Binyam, whenever you're ready, you can unmute yourself and start sharing the unique aspect of your experience in the engineering basics cohort. It's not convenient for Binyam to share, so let's just move on to our next presenter. So Rania, I hope you're ready.
Sure, I'm ready to present. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Rania Ethioware. I'm a things grade student at Kotobi University of Education / campus. And I'm honored to be here today, not just to give a presentation, but to share a piece of myself with you. Before I dive into my story, here's a quick look at what I'll be sharing with you today. So the first thing is a little about me, and then why I choose cardiology, what I have learned from this training, my future goals, and a few thank yous to close it off. So let's get started. About this journey, this training hasn't just been educational. For me, it's been personal. It's opened my eyes, strengthened my dreams, and reminded me why I'm so passionate about the path I've chosen. So, but before I take you into that dream, let me tell you a little bit about who I am beyond the textbooks and slides. So outside of school, I love reading, especially books that stay with you long after the last page. And I have a soft spot for crocheting and knitting clothes. You might think they're dirty and a sense of calm, the very qualities I hope to carry into my future career. I have known for a while now that I want to become a doctor, not just because it's a noble profession, but because of the story that led me to it. So let me share that story with you, why I chose to become a cardiologist. My cousin was diagnosed with a heart condition. I didn't know what that means medically, but I saw how it shook my family. I saw the worry, the tears, and the hope that it placed in the hands of the doctors. Then, not long after, something happened that hit even close at home. It's an emotion and I want to protect it. So when I heard about this pre-medicine training, I didn't just see an opportunity. I saw a door opening, a door leading me closer to the future I have been dreaming about since I was a little girl. So this training has been an eye-opening in so many different ways. Like, the Khan Academy made science feel friendly for once. The lessons were short, clear, and actually enjoyable. I found myself looking forward to studying instead of dreading it. But what really moved me were the real-life doctors' session. Hearing their journeys, the ups and downs, the doubts, the victories. It felt like they were preparing me not just academically, but emotionally. They made me realize every doctor starts as a student with a dream. There's one quote that keeps echoing in my mind every time, which is, be the doctor you needed when you were scared. So that's exactly who I want to become. And this experience didn't just motivate me. It clarified things, it gave me direction, it helped me start mapping out what comes next. So what's next? So it's what is my future plan? Inshallah, I want to continue my medical education, specialize in cardiology, and become a doctor who listens with her heart. But more than that, I want to serve in places where care doesn't easily reach. I want to go to the villages, to the rural towns, the communities where medical care is rare, where a single doctor can mean the difference between life and death, because no one should be left behind. Not because of money, not because of distance. My dream is to bring care to those who need it most, to be the voice, presence, and the hope that was once missing in my own life. So before I close, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the organizers and doctors. Thank you for creating this opportunity and believing in students like me. To my family, your love, your patience, and your doors have carried me through everything. This training didn't just teach me science, it reminded me of my purpose. It showed me that I'm not alone in this, and it gave me the confidence to say, yes, I can do this, we can do this. And that's all about my journey. Thank you all so much for listening.
Thank you for sharing this partial message, not only about the program, but your experience with, your personal experience with how and why you chose this journey. And I hope future participants would have the same insights as well. So now we're gonna be moving to Biniam. I hope your network is cooperating now. And just a quick confirmation to check if your mic is working. Don't worry, for future participants, most of the sessions are gonna be self-paced. That means you're going to have pre-recorded sessions so that you don't need such a strong connection to be part of the program, since that is an accessibility issue as well. So I hope you see the slide, and whenever you're ready, Biniam, you can start.
First of all, I would like to thank all of you for joining this session, and today I'm going to show you some of my experience during the pre-engineering session. And before this pre-engineering session, I had some experience about the new online learning platform, which is difficult to understand, and I didn't know how to apply my mathematics on real-life problems, which means I had a poor knowledge on mathematical modeling, which is difficult to implement both mathematics and science knowledge interfaces. And these are some of the contents I'm going to touch or discuss. And for commencement, we have seen the average form of the engineering definition, which is the application of the scientific and mathematical principles to design and build and improve structures, and is also the major.
Biniam, just adjust your mic, and it's a little muffled, so try to adjust it and you can continue. Cannot hear you, so try to. Okay, so Biniam's presentation is going to be much more brief, much more detailed and technical. So most of these fields, we're trying to give you the menu, the options. We're not going to be only limiting you to few options, since this is just for you guys to experience every field and have the necessary context to pick and choose what your next journey would look like. Okay, Biniam, just fix it, and we will be returning to you after this one presentation. I hope that works. So just exit the meeting room and enter again. Until then, I'm going to be presenting for one of our applicants, and you're going to be presenting afterward. If this problem keeps persisting, I'm going to be finishing off your slide as well. Okay, great. So, apologies for the connection issues. So since two engineering were presented back to back, this is going to be a little different. Now engineering will be presented back to back. So due to mic issues, I'm going to be presenting to the best of my abilities one of our learners' presentation. So Jerusalem told me to focus on the specific things that she wanted to highlight. Let's just start with her beginning. So before this course, or before Medicine Basics, just a quick confirmation. All of you can see the slide, right? Just a quick thumbs up. So before she enrolled in this course, yours felt distant to the engineering field. That means the machines, math, all of this high-level understanding of what engineering is. And this made her have blurred picture of what engineering is, no real connections, and most of the assumptions that come with the term engineering. Her journey as she joined with excitement, like most of our learners, with no clue. So some of the times being bold is really the right way to go if you want to have the most out of your journey. So engineering felt like a big unknown for her, and from learning the basics to really meeting the experts of engineers from different fields, she realized that every topic made her think deeper and push her further as well. So each new experience, each new exposure really gives you a deeper, not only answers, but questions as well. So this really expanded her assumptions with concrete evidence. So she connected the dots to real world, since most of our sessions emphasize the real world application of engineering. So now that she has graduated, she feels like it's no longer confusing, but it's full of purpose and power. And this new thing, this new realization gave her a new meaning to choosing engineering. So she chose it not because she had answers, but she had questions, and building things, solving them, and pushing the country forward really gave her that purpose of pursuing engineering, not just a passion. So before she started, just the confusion, uncertainty, and everything that revolves around engineering was really unknown to her. And after joining in, she now is inspired and motivated to gain knowledge, to chase that solving problem attitude of engineers, and also contribute meaningfully with that newfound knowledge as well. And the lessons that she learned, specifically, most of it is covered. Concepts like AP-Calc, AP-Physics, Internet Safety, and even Introduction to Programming with Python was all of the concepts and courses that were given. And these courses really teaches you to think critically, solve problems, and also learn independently. So unlike the classrooms, we don't ask for your full commitment, your full attention every time. So it is self-paced, so you are really in charge of your own learning. So that's one of the core features of the program that she emphasized as well. And soft skills wise, she grew patient, focused, and determined, especially during adjusting to handling the courses as well. And what comes next? This is just a start. So she plans to solve real world problems by learning in your future pursuits as well. And this was a year's experience with engineering basics. So I hope all of you got new perspectives onto what to expect from the program. So the reason we emphasized sharing experience of every learner is because everyone will get different things from it. Although we have some common objectives, we cannot guarantee all of you will get the same kind of insights. So this is really exciting to see what everyone's perspective is. So this was a Jerusalem experience to engineering basics. So now I believe Binyam has joined us. If your mics skill is working, you can unmute yourself and proceed from the program details. Okay, so I'm just going to be taking care of your slide as well. Just to confirm that my gear also works. Just a thumbs up if you can hear my voice well. If not, I'm going to be rejoining. Great. So Binyam really tried his best to present. I'm especially sorry because he was so eager to present because his slide is the most comprehensive of all in describing the intentions and also the experience of the events. So yeah, the engineering, the major disciplines, the real world applications, and also all of the soft skills that are needed in engineering. You might not think it is necessary, but it is, especially collaboration, teamwork, and continuous learning. This can be applied to other fields as well, but this is especially important for engineering fields. And software engineering, so Intro to CS with Python, was given to all of the cohorts to have an understanding of what software engineering is and how is it common and different from other engineering fields. And Python as a trigger, so the language of the course is Python, which is easier to understand for beginners. But being simple does not mean it's going to be very easy. So there was a lot of trial and errors, especially when you are learning programming for the first time. Most of the concepts is computer based, so that's a bit different from how we think. So that really introduces a learning curve. And civil engineering, the subfields and also its application. So civil engineering is a big umbrella, but under it there are a lot of subfields, and really understanding what the fields offer will give you an understanding to how to craft your space within it. And electrical engineering, the common terminologies, the subfields, and how huge of an impact it has, especially in Ethiopia. It is a very growing field because of the hydroelectric dam, and the real population growth of the country really incentivizes a lot of engineers to pursue electrical field because almost everyone needs electricity. And aerospace engineering, so most of our learners really like this. So what's the difference between mechanical and aerospace engineering? There are a lot of commonalities, especially in taking the courses, but what are the subtle details were really discussed by our learners as well. And the comparison between the majors subclassification of engineering, the future prospects, the subfields, and the applications of all of these fields were really one of the highlights of Binyam's stay at engineering basics. And some significant challenges that he had, but not only had, but solved, is of course having the time issues like everybody else, interfacing with the real world solutions as an engineer. So finding solutions to a problem as an engineer, what does that looks like, were really one of the insights of courses as well. And some of the benefits of pursuing engineering as a profession, socioeconomically, you're going to be compensated well because of the need for competent engineers, and the future renaissance of the field as well, because almost everything requires the knowledge of engineering to solve, especially infrastructure-wise. All of the SDG goals of the UN really requires all of this thinking as well. I think the slide orientations really distorted the message, so apologies. So after this pre-engineering training, Binyam has realized that it is necessary to do experience sharing, appropriate planning, and starting early. So we give assessments to most of our learners, so it is really crucial to understand the need for all of this planning when taking the courses. So yeah, this was his experience in a nutshell. We didn't get to experience all of it. We apologize, but we tried our best to cover this. And yeah, I believe due to time, this presentations were enough to show you what the experience looks like and what really to expect from the session, and also the experts as well. So without further ado, we're going to be moving to the certifications and recommendation later. So now I need all of you, most of the participants, to locate the reactions tab because we're going to be using it for the next couple of minutes. And yeah, so let me just share the main slide. And the way we do, can you guys see the slide? Thumbs up to confirm. And also this is to confirm that you already located the reactions tab. Some of you guys can see this and some of you can't. Okay, 1 or 2 people are not seeing the slides. So let me just restart. How about now? I guess since this is recorded, I don't think it's that much necessary since we finished the presentations. Just assume from my voice, I hope I portray what's on the message on the slides well. So there are still a couple of you who can't see it. I guess Zoom requires a lot of network strength, so I guess that's why. But you can all hear my voice well, I assume. There is no stuttering, muffling, or anything of that sort. I guess audio is the way to go. So yeah, we have about 10 to 15 minutes to finish, and we're going to be making time for all of your questions. So we have certifications and letters of recommendations. So the things that, so this is what your certification of completions look like. For the ones who are watching the slides, it is translated in 2 languages, in English and French. Since we want you guys to utilize it in most places, we can use it for multiple places. So it will include some of the companies that the experts are from, to show that you have learned from all of these experts from really reputable places, so they know they are capable of doing it. For the ones that typing is not visible, we're going to be sharing the slide upon completion, so you don't even have to see it. But we will be sharing what it looks like for the accepted applicants. So yeah, but the certifications is going to be given for everyone that completed the course. So these are certification completions. However, the letters of recommendations are unique. So we're going to be writing you a letter of recommendations, not only about your experience from our program, but also how you as a student is pursuing this specific field in order to pursue your studies at the undergraduate level. So we're going to be asking for your CV, for your brag sheet, to have all of the context needed to write a customized recommendations. But all of these perks are going to be for the top 10% of the successfully completed applicants. So top scorers would be getting this certificate of this letter of recommendation. So drum rolls. I don't think there is a drum roll icon. So I'm going to be announcing who is going to get the letter of recommendations. For the ones, yeah, just my voice will be enough. So I want to see some drum rolls. This cohort is really unique because when we check the scoring, almost the top 3 or the top 4 are females, and the top 10 are really distributed equally between engineering and medicine. So with a score of 97.46%, the number 1 scoring individual in this cohorts, not only this but the entire 3 cohorts we had, is going to be drum rolls, Rania Zakir. So use the reaction tab to congratulate her because she has been dedicated. She has submitted all of her tasks on time. She has been diligent in the expert sessions shown with her quiz. So the number 1 spot goes to Rania. So congrats on that. And the second spot, an engineering basics student. So she has been dedicated. The difference between the percentages is really little. She scored a 96.86% average score from all of the assessments and the quizzes. So this student is, drum roll please again, is going to be Jerusalem Salomon. So I think I see yours here. So yeah, congrats for you as well. You deserve every point, every score. because you really have been attentive in all of these sessions as well. And the number 3 spot goes to, again, a medicine basics graduate. So the top 3 spot is really with medicine basics students. So Mehret Sisai stood third in our third cohort of pre-training program with a score of 96.03. And the others, I'm just going to be mentioning it just to let you know. And we're going to be writing your recommendation letters that's going to be sent to any institutions that you like. So if they require us to email it directly, we're going to be emailing it directly to prove it's valid. So with a score of 94.05, again, our fourth place is Maba Mariam Daniel. She really also dedicated a lot of time. She was the first presenter, so you get to hear her experience as well. And moving on to the one who had a lot of network issues today, but really made it out as the 5th person to graduate with the high score and get the letter of recommendation. So that is Benyam Tadese. And also he is the best scoring male student in our cohort. So one for the men, if you are into that. So moving on, Kausar Omar, you heard her story in engineering basics. So she is our 6th participant to have her custom letter of recommendations. Due to time, we didn't get to introduce this person and his slide, but Baruch Sisai was among the top scorers of the engineering basics. He's also from Labba International Academy. I think Labba is dominating the scoreboards. I'm gonna check. But yeah, the top 6 is equally distributed between 3 medicine and 3 engineering basics graduates. And the final 3 that's going to get the letter of recommendations are Amira Gzacho, Sio Mulutan, and Echwan Hong. I know I'm butchering it, but I'm sorry, Echwan. His and others were dedicated as well. This cohort were special. All of these scores were scored along finals, along different tests, all of which were really intensifying the time pressure of all of our learners. So the ability to even get to this score is really impressive as well. And congrats to all of you who completed it, because even completing it is really tough. But with this rigor comes the great satisfaction of completing this hard milestone. So being difficult is really what makes it rewarding. So yeah, now let's get back to our interested cohort. So you have heard what we planned and what the courses are. I know most of you are really excited to join in and receive your letter of acceptance tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to be announcing who got accepted and all of the necessary details that's going to be shared to the accepted applicants as well. And we wish you all good luck. And July cohort starts July 7, which is next Monday. So upon receiving your letter of recommendation, your letter of acceptance, you're going to be onboarded on Telegram, and you're going to be onboarded to other platforms as well. So the first couple of days is going to be setting up, but officially you're going to be starting on July 7. We have received that a lot of 12th graders want to participate, but really didn't have the time or the national exams were in the way of participating. So in order to be accommodative, we're going to be starting their session a bit later. They're still going to be getting the letter of acceptance, but their starting time would be after their matric exams, since they are not realistically able to finish it in time. So yeah, this is about the starting line. And congrats again for all of the learners. We're going to be sending your letter of recommendations and acceptance letters tonight. So congrats again. And now I will be accepting questions for the next 8 minutes. So any question about the program if you have any that is not answered with the presentations. So if it is not clear, you can unmute yourself or type it in the chat. I'm going to be trying my best to answer all of them. And yeah, this was our cohort 3 graduations. We have seen a lot of strong contenders, and you yourselves have shown how much capable you are, even under time pressure. And also, this is the kind of attitude you're going to be expecting during the program, even in your undergraduate studies. So I'm proud of each and every one of you. It was not easy, but you've shown that you can handle hard things. So with that being said, I don't think, actually one student attended both, but it is advised in the summer because you have time, but we don't recommend it in other times. So I hope that answered your question, Adelaide. And Janet said if she can't participate in the next cohort. So the next cohort would be around once this ends in almost 2 months, you'll be having only 1 month of break and then 1 month of your studies. If you can handle it, you can participate and you can apply, since we're going to be opening the applications again. So you can definitely apply for the next cohort if you think this cohort might not be time conscious. Any other questions? Any brave participants that's going to unmute themselves before we finish off? Great. So it's completely online. So the reason we did this is because of accessibility. We had learners from Bahar Dar, from boarding schools like Oda. So we like to open it up for as many people as possible, because this is the type of insight that is very crucial and we don't want to be place restricted. So it is completely online. You only need a valid or a working internet connection, an email, and understanding of English. Most of the program will be in English, but that's also the 3 things that's needed. How long will it take? So for this, usually 7 weeks, but for this session, they were having an exams and holidays in the middle of the program, so we adjusted to their schedules. So it will take 7 weeks, almost 2 months. So if you count the graduation, it's 2 months. And I think that's about it. So expect an email, an update from the email that you received the invitation to this session with. So we will be having all of these as well. And this was it. Thank you guys for joining in. The criteria, the grades, your willingness. So I don't think I'm allowed to say this, right? So everyone that participated in this Zoom call would have a score point that is shown interest. So you are showing interest by attending. So I believe most of you guys who attended, we're going to be exporting this attendance sheet of Zoom. So I hope most of you will be joining us. So this was it, and see you all tomorrow, and with your acceptance or rejections. So this was it, and I wish you all a great night and see you soon.